Hello, party people. Of course, I decided to do a video, and as soon as I started, this guy started chainsawing outside or something. It's Malco. I just want to document some of the tearing down of the layout. Um, so what I've been doing is I've been removing buildings and packing them carefully. So this has a layer already in there, and then a layer of cardboard. I put a shirt over it to kind of dampen things up a little bit. There's going to be another layer of buildings. And I've been putting a layer of paper over that and carefully folding it up. This is box number, I think, 3 or 4 now. And the big reveal. Dun, 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 dun. It's coming down. So this wasn't as bad as I thought originally. It's taking more time than I thought. Partially is because I need to take a bunch of breaks because it's hard. It's hard doing this. But yeah, it's just coming along. I started pulling people off and boxing those. Let me show you that. I've also started doing a list of things I don't want anymore, and one of them is this duck under situation. No more duck unders. So you can see I started boxing everything up, and I'm trying to keep it like this is all my harbor stuff, all the fishermen, all that kind of stuff, and then just kind of keeping things together, little bits and bobs, fish and deer. And then when I go to put it back together again, it'll be all right there. Very nice and neat and handy. So yeah, just pulling off the panels in the back. I've been like going through and pulling up the buildings. I'm going to do the cars after I get all the buildings together. All these little bits are going to go in another one of those plastic containers I have. Pretty handy little containers. And slide this one over here. It's just these little, I think I went over this already, but these little like beading containers. Very handy, super handy. Keeps things nice and neat and organized. So yeah, all these things are going to go in there. And they also don't get squished then, which is great. It's been working out so far so well. I've also been using these little, like my wife was getting rid of these little Glad containers. And I said, I'll take them. This was months ago. And I found them again. And voila, all my container stuff. And all my little buildings. So yeah, it's been working out pretty well. Got all the bigger buildings out back there. Still have some buildings to pack up. And then I'm still working out exactly what to do with all these cars. I gotta take a look online and see. There's certain cars I don't really care about, like these guys. These are just like, I think I got them 100 or a billion for $10 or something. It's some company. But then there's little like specialty cars, like my little police car. You know, all these like these guys, specialty. All my buses. I'm a big bus fan, so all those I really want to take care of. All the trucks, all that fun stuff. So I'll figure that out. Yeah, so that's it. That's just a little update where I'm at. As I was going through, I have a little book that I'm starting to kind of just do some notes in, just so like future stuff I can kind of look back on it. And I'm gonna try to salvage some of this stuff. I've been trying to salvage some of the foam core, some of the this stuff, this pink foam stuff, if I can. I'd like to try and salvage it. And then I think what I'm going to do next actually is I'm going to take this piece off. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so I think I'll be able to get this off, this piece here, and then I won't have to deal with the duck under anymore, which would be super helpful. But then all this stuff has to come off, of course. So I'll see how that goes. That might not work out, but it might be helpful in the long run. So yeah, no more duck unders. Things that were working for me, this kind of using this to kind of fill in. You can see back over here, I'm trying not to move too fast, but that's what I did over here. So I had the uniplates, and then I just filled in with this foam sheet stuff. And in one of my other videos, I talked about how I got these weird shapes to work, basically by folding paper and then cutting the board to match the folded paper. So I went in and I'd have a space like this, and it's like, how do you fill that in with foam core? I would just take a piece of paper, fold it or score it, and then it gave me a pretty good roughed in, kind of template for this stuff. Like I did it here, and it fit perfectly. It's just like boom, So that was good. Ideally, I think I would do more of this, which is the Smooth It product. And there's been a bunch of people who've been saying, yeah, you could use Smooth It, but there's also compounds that you can just use. Like you get a giant bucket of it instead of, mixing up a little tiny batch of Smooth It for whatever they charge for that now. You can get this compound and that you use for building and whatnot, mix that up and use that, and then you save a ton of money. So that's probably going to be the way I go. So yeah, that's the latest and greatest. Go up here, my squeaky stool one last time. Popping these panels off. I've basically just been stripping them down, and then I'm gonna save them as much as I can, just because why not? Why waste it if I could reuse it later on? And we'll see. We're just getting a big pod to store a lot of this stuff in anyway for a while until I get back to it. And then I also remembered my lights. I got to pack those up too. So much packing. This hill probably won't make it. I'll probably just ditch it, pull the little pieces off and ditch it, because it was fine, but it's not something I need to keep. I'll pull off the trees. I've been pulling off some of the bushes and things to recycle that. It's also stuff to pack up all my train stuff. Always keep your train boxes. And then, this kind of stuff as well. So hopefully I'm going to have that done today. We'll see. But I'm not holding out hope because it's a lot of stuff. I told my wife, it's like, yeah, I want to get it all done today. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. But I'll get a good amount done, and I'll just whittle away at it as we go along. So that's the status report as it stands so far. It's looking very bare. I'll figure out what to do with these cars, get the buildings off. So probably today, I think a good goal would be, if I could move this out, that would be super helpful, this piece. If I can't, I'll just keep ducking under. I've been doing it for years. I can keep doing it. So yeah, for today, I'll just get the remaining buildings up and off and see about getting some of these cars going up and off for the next couple of hours. But I did promise my girls that I would watch The Greatest Showman with them. They've been after me to watch this movie. Been running around the house singing songs from it and the like. So that's going to be my afternoon. But I'm going to grab some lunch, do a little more packing, and get this show on the road. All right. So that's the update. Back to work, Johnson. Thanks for watching, everybody.